Hello, welcome back to Murder Mystery Mood, everybody. We haven't done one of these since December, so we skipped a month. Sorry about that. But we're back. And the first thing that we do on Murder Mystery Mood is make a drink. I like to try to keep these drinks a little bit simple. So today we're making a White Russian. It only has 3 ingredients. Well, 4 if you include ice. Get yourself some vodka, some coffee liqueur, we're using Kahlua, some heavy cream, or if you are plant-based, I'm using an almond milk creamer, and it's really good. So don't knock it till you try.
This is what a White Russian is.
Yeah. You never had one?
No.
You ever watch Big Lebowski?
No.
All right, well, catch
Well,
up.
I'm new to drinking, so I don't really.
That's true.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
All right, so what you're gonna do is fill your glass up all the way with ice. You're gonna put 5 parts of vodka, 3 parts cream, and 2 parts coffee liqueur. You could mix these up a little bit. I do. I kind of eyeball it, but in the beginning, just keep that in mind, those kind of ratios in mind. And it looks really cool if you don't stir it, but it's not going to taste good. So just admire the way it looks at first and then stir it. Make sure you stir it really good. And then it's a nice little coffee drink and it'll get you pretty jazzed.
My God, Nikki, you have a heavy hand.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
When she poured it, I was like,
mainly all
so the drink
vodka.
is just ice and entirely vodka.
I saw her pouring it. It was just,
It's a White Russian.
yeah.
We
Not
are
a white pussy American.
Speak Russian right now.
We
It's a
don't
lot
have
of
these
vodka.
kind of tolerance that they do in Russia.
In Russia.
Yeah.
In Russia.
Vodka.
Vodka,
I'm a
comrade.
quarter Russian, so I can appropriate that.
I don't have any Russian in me.
Good God.
Not since last night,
Just
right?
I haven't had sex with a Russian guy yet. I'm interested. Anyways, Nikki, we're talking about murder.
Well, we actually are talking about 2 White Russians. In fact, I picked this because it's Valentine's Day, and I wanted to get a story about a couple. And what better than a Russian cannibal couple?
oh my
Sexy.
God.
Both cannibals?
They cannibalized together. Yes,
Wow.
not each other. Well, I mean,
We'll get there.
sometimes he
Oh, I
likes
get
to
what
eat
you mean.
a little. Do you know what I mean,
I
Tim?
see, I see, I
Okay. Well, I don't know if they do that. Actually, they didn't disclose any information about their sex life. I would have divulged into it. But so these headlines came out a few years back in 2017. The Times magazine here in the U.S. had the headline, Russian cannibal couple may have eaten 30 people.
What?
30? Yeah, 30 or more.
I mean, the Russians go hard.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's cold. They need warmth. It's boring,
A lot of
maybe?
iron?
I don't know. I've never been there,
They
but
swim in ice with polar bears. Like, Russians are insane.
they play chess. You know,
Yeah, that's wild, Nikki.
I watched Queen's Gambit.
Insane.
And the Russian title, the Russian headline said, "Selfies with human remains."
Ooh.
Yeah. So this story all started when a group of construction workers, they were, working on their new buildings or whatever they're working on.
Whatever they
Whatever Russians work on.
Yeah, whatever Russian construction
vodka.
workers work on. A mosque? What are they called?
Oh, yeah.
Moscow?
No, Moscow is what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
It was like Russian temple
Get out of here.
things.
They were building
Yeah,
Moscow.
I was thinking of those like
The American education
little
system
swirly
is
things.
very sad.
Yeah. Our education system is shit.
Where's Russia?
Yeah, right?
Anyway, so a group of construction workers were working, and as they were walking down a road, they stumbled across a cell phone. So being all curious and bored, they decided to scroll through the pictures.
Wait, so it didn't have a lock on it?
No.
Oh.
So they wanted someone to
Unlocked.
find it.
I don't know. But yeah, who doesn't put a password
Everyone
on that?
has a password on their phone.
Well, this was also, I think, kind of an older phone. Like, not a Nokia brick phone, but like around that era, you know?
Got
Like
it.
an earlier
Like a
smartphone.
like-
Yeah, like
may have
one
not
that has
had a lock on
cameras,
it.
Early
but-
2000s kind of
Yeah,
phone?
like I don't know if it was a smartphone. If it was, sorry.
Razor.
Oh, by the way, just to preface this story, I read so many articles and watched so many videos, and they all had really conflicting details. The same baseline story, but just like the order of events and like the details were a little
So
bit
what-
off.
did a lot
so I
of-
might be off on a little bit.
Did a lot of like junk news media
Yes.
report on it, and then like some of them
Yes.
kind of made up their own details, or like
Yes, that and
like Daily Mail said one thing, and then the
Daily Mail did cover it. Yeah,
yeah.
The
would.
Sun.
Daily Mail
would.
is our favorite junk
It
news
is.
We
website.
love
JK
it.
News is the best.
Yeah, well, and then there's also a conspiracy at the end, which I'll get to.
Okay.
But yeah, so the details, just bear with me. I'm going to try to recite it as best I can. But anyway, so they find this cell phone, right? And they start looking through the pictures because they're like, what kind of people own this phone? So they at first see like just normal photos, but then they stumble across some photos of a guy, a young gentleman, with dismembered body parts
Whoa.
in the background and then in his mouth.
Oh.
Just him posing with a bunch of various human body parts.
Jeez.
So they get freaked out. They turn the phone into authorities immediately. The authorities are like, what the shit? They find out, they take out the SIM card and they find out it belongs to a man named Dimitri. And
Literally every Russian,
Yeah.
every Russian man's name is Dimitri.
It's either Dimitri or Igor.
Yeah.
Vladimir.
and very
Vladimir.
little vowels.
Yeah.
It's just DM
a lot of
true, true.
consonants.
ITRY. Yes.
They're very efficient people when it comes to spelling.
They're like, just take out the nonsense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they bring him in and they're like, yo, we found your phone. Here you
What the
go,
fuck is
buddy.
this?
I know, right?
What's going on here? And
throw it out there.
and they brought his wife in too because she was also in the pictures. So his wife's name Natalia.
Of course.
Yeah,
Not
like
Olga.
a Rocky and Bullwinkle
Yeah.
villains. Yeah, so Natalia comes in too, and it varies on who said this, but basically they were like, whoa, weird.
How convincing
Yeah.
were the police like, oh, you're surprised too?
They did not react like how you would think. So Dimitri's like, oh yeah, I forgot. So I was walking home and I found a dead body in a forest.
That's
And
your
I started
excuse?
Playing with it.
So I brought it home and I just took pictures with it because it's funny.
Whoa.
And the
you
wife
couldn't even say that they were prosthetics at least?
I would say movie props or
Yeah.
something.
Nah, he said that, and then the wife was like, "I had no idea." Whoa, and so then
She's in the photo.
so then they get a warrant to go search the premises, right? And it gets weirder. Oh, first let me show you a picture of what they look like, because yeah, you just never know who's like a murderous cannibal.
Yeah, I want to put a face to these names.
Yeah, same. Okay, so
These
let me
actions.
just show
I'm only seeing
you.
Natalia and Rocky Bullwinkle.
Let's see here. Hold on.
Oh goodness. What
Oh
is
yeah.
I wonder if Daily Mail got those photos from
there
the
we go.
phone. Because they get some fucking crazy ass photos.
Okay, so these were like the photos that were circulating online.
She looks Asian. Do a lot of
You
Russians
need
look
to
Asian?
wipe their
Because they're kind of
screen,
close.
girlfriend.
That man looks so Russian.
Fingerprints are part of it.
They're part of the photos.
Yeah.
They look like different ages.
They are. She's actually 7 years older than him. But yeah. So that's the couple, and a little bit of backstory on them. Dimitri was orphaned by his biological mother at when he was very young, and then he was adopted by a couple when he was around 2, and the mom of the adopted couple passed away, and the dad got really like aggressive, and he just didn't know how to cope with the mom's death, I guess. I don't know, but he ended up kicking Dimitri out of the house at 15.
Oh, wow.
And Dimitri didn't know what to do. He was homeless. He didn't have a job. So he ended up like robbing and stealing cars and stuff. And so he was in and out of prison a lot. And he was trying to get his feet back on the ground. So when he was like 16, 17, he got a job as a construction worker. So that's where he was at. And then Natalia, she had a kind of a normal upbringing. She was raised by her mom and her grandma. And then she wanted to be a doctor all her life. And so she ended up becoming a nurse. She was in medical training, and she got a job as a nurse at a military academy. So she was there doing her thing. And then she got married to one of the doctors there. And shortly after they had a kid, he passed away.
The
And
husband?
Yeah, the husband. Yeah, not the kid. The husband.
Passed away or was murdered? Dun, dun, dun.
Shit.
I don't know. Well, anyway, she was very distraught about it. So I think he just passed away because
okay.
she could not cope. So she started drinking like crazy. She just drank all day. She ended up losing her job because she couldn't quit her drinking habit. And Dimitri, during this time, was like trying to establish himself, right? So he had a construction worker job, but his peers just thought he was kind of weird. Like a lot of people that knew him were like, yeah, he's just got a weird sense of humor, and like he doesn't really know how to socialize very well. He talks to strange people. He liked to go hang out at the local bar and just like talk to random people. So he ends up meeting Natalia at a local bar one day, and because he's so much younger than her, she ends up kind of taking him under her wing as like almost like a maternal figure. And
Only 7 years apart. That's
yeah,
kinda-
but he's a teenager at this time. So I mean, like 18 years old.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah, and so they start dating. They move in together immediately, like almost immediately. Pretty weird, but
I mean, huge red flags all across the board.
yeah, all across the board. But it's like they both have their traumatic pasts and issues,
Yeah.
and so they kind of come together and they're like, "Oh, we can share our hurt together." Well, she never stops drinking. Like this through the whole thing, she's drinking. But they end up both living on this military academy base. I don't know how they end up living
Yeah.
there. It's very
Well, wasn't she going
uncertain.
to nursing
oh yeah,
school?
that's right. There you go.
Jess is paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
get
paying
an
attention.
A+ and a
Listen, I'm
star.
drinking White Russians.
Yeah. The vodka and the clue is getting to you.
Technically,
what
they were
about her
drinking
kid?
white Russians also.
Yeah, Natalia was
shit.
probably drinking White Russians without the cream or Kahlua.
It's just vodka.
Blood.
Vodka.
It's just blood.
Yeah.
Of Russians.
Actual
other
white
Russians.
Russians.
Yeah.
Of potatoes. And
Wait,
people.
so what happened to her kid during this time?
That's very unclear. So yeah, but anyway, he ends up going somewhere else. Like he's not in her custody. So anyway, they get together and they get caught with this phone situation 20 years later.
Oh,
Oh,
20
shit,
years.
So they've been together
20
for a long
years?
time. Yeah.
Wow.
So
They're still together after all those years.
Yeah. They developed a deep love.
You find that kind of freak. You don't just
Right,
let him
there's-
go. You don't let him go. You know.
you find someone who has a weird that matches your weird,
Yeah.
and you hang on to them.
That's
Right.
love. You
For
know.
life.
I'm holding out for one of
So
those.
she was 42 and he was 35 by the time they find this phone. And the authorities, after questioning them and being like, wow, these people are very questionable,
Yeah.
we're going to go investigate their home. So they go and investigate the home. The home is a filthy, disgusting mess.
Ugh.
Like the messiest that you can think of. That's what their home looks like. It looks like a hoarder's house.
Wow.
There's just stuff everywhere. And in the home, they find pretty questionable items. One, they find a jar, in the refrigerator. They find various meats of unknown
no.
sources. They find just a chicken, like a raw chicken, just out like in the fridge. They find a jar of pickled human remains.
Whoa.
What remains? Do we know?
Pickled?
Pickled balls.
Yeah, like I'll
Pickled
show you a
balls?
picture.
Oh,
Here, let me show you a
no.
picture.
Sure, I want
I
to
wanna
see a
see.
picture, but
see.
You want to see a picture?
I want to see a picture.
Oh, it's kind of blurred.
Aw.
Okay, it's blurred, but
what is it? I can't tell.
that's the
Oh, that's whack. I want
it's
to
like
see
intestines and
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
What's
all
all those
blurred.
balls?
Oh, is that a
Is that
face?
a face?
yeah,
Oh my goodness! Wait, turn it around.
yeah.
Wait,
so
is that a bunch of oranges with a human head?
yeah, so they find this picture. They
It
find a
looks like
stack of
pig's
pictures.
Face.
It's not. It's a human head.
No way.
I gotta find the uncensored ones.
Tina.
They're
I really
they're
want
on
to.
there in Google. I've seen it.
Really?
I've seen it.
You've seen
Yes,
it?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's a human head. So wait, let me just explain where this
Okay.
picture came from. So the investigators opened a drawer. They found a stack of pictures. They seemed pretty normal at first. There's like people hanging out.
Disneyland.
And then just a head with oranges around it on a platter, on a serving
So that
platter.
photo.
That photo. This is the photo they
Why
found.
does it look like a
Damn.
clown?
Well, because there's a lemon for the nose and there's olives in the eye sockets.
Oh my god, you
And-
saw it?
Yeah, I
Jeez.
did.
Saw the
It
unblurred
didn't
one?
look like a human head. Like it because of how they put the food inside of it.
like
Like,
rotten skin.
yeah, the only thing that you could tell it was a human head is that just like it is the shape of a human head and the parts are in the right place.
Whoa.
But yeah, they put like they made it look like very decorative and they plated it.
That's
Damn.
nice.
And
That's nice.
on the back of the photo, it was dated December 28th, 1999. So they think that it might
that
have been a Christmas meal. Yeah. And they found this
Oh
photo in
my
2017.
God.
Jeez.
I am so disgusted
So
right now.
They had been doing this for decades.
Oh damn.
So they find this stack of photos. There's plenty more of those. There's decapitated heads.
Oh my goodness.
There's scalped, just like they would scalp the female victim's head, and just it would just be look like a wig. It looked
my
like a wig.
gosh.
In fact, they found wigs, quote unquote, all over the house.
Whoa.
And at first, they thought they were just like using them to like be in disguise and lure victims in, but turns out they might have just scalped them off of.
I'm actually really surprised
people.
that you were able to look at these. Out of all
I'm
people, like out of
so
all people, it should not be
disgusted.
you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blur it so much that I'm
Right.
like, I need to know, like, to me, it doesn't look like anything yet. So I just wanted to know. And it didn't look bloody. So I was like, okay, I just want to see, because it's so disturbing. Like, you hear about this in, like, movies and stuff, but I just wouldn't think people actually do this, you know?
Damn, and then get away
Kinda
with it for
wild.
so long?
Yeah. Well, that was, like, the most boggling thing to authorities
Wonder
was
how
how they
many-
were able to do it for so
Yeah.
long.
How many people like just go missing in Russia to where there's just all these victims and then like do their police suck ass or what? Like there's just
Well,
all these
no,
dead
our
people
police
over.
suck ass
This
too.
was
For 20
unprecedented
years.
though. Like people, had never happened before.
Yeah.
But
It's usually like people, they don't bother looking or people don't report it when it's like homeless people or
True.
prostitutes
Yeah.
and stuff.
yeah, so I don't know if that's how it started, but towards the end, the remains that they found belonged to their latest victim, who was a waitress that they had met off of a dating site.
Wow.
So they would actually go on dating sites looking for their victims, but posing as like a couple that maybe wants a third person or whatever, and they would give them a sedative. What's it called? They would give them a sedative called, hold on one second, Corvalol.
Never heard of that
Is a
one.
tranquilizer called Corvalol. And then once their victim was passed out, they would scalp them alive
Whoa.
and then dismember them.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
they
then
wouldn't kill
store
them
their
first?
remains in the fridge, freezer, and cellar. So
Damn, they wouldn't even kill them first?
That's messed up.
yeah. Oh, another photo in the stack was a man's decapitated head with his own hand in his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
They found a bunch of cell phones, like the same kind of cell phone that the construction workers found.
Really?
They found a bunch of those cell
And
phones.
they couldn't put passwords on this?
Right?
Well, those were dead, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
but
I'm just saying. Oh, wait. No, back then the phones didn't really have passwords.
No, but they found it in 2017.
yeah, I don't know if the phones were smartphones though. I don't know. Very odd. But then they found 19 bits of flayed human skin.
Jeez.
And they found a video titled "Video Lessons for Cannibals."
Wow.
Oh, they're trying to educate. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I
Get back
feel like
to the
we
community.
should appreciate our educators.
It's like a cooking tutorial, but
Yeah.
like, where do you go to find that?
I'm
So-
a little curious about these flayed pieces of skin. Like, were they trying to make chicharrones or something?
They were experimenting with different dishes. They got really skilled. In fact, at one point,
You said they got really
Chicharrones.
skilled.
they got very skilled. Like Natalia was trying. There were rumors that she had been trying to find a job as a chef,
Wow.
and that she actually would sell pies to local bakeries.
Oh,
And she said she
no.
could source her own meat.
Oh no, meat pies. That's like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Wait.
She Sweeney Todd at the.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that part.
She
There
could
was a lady
source
that
her
was
own meat.
Yeah.
She was very adamant that she could source her own meat. She didn't, and the cafes would get kind of creeped out, and they were like, no. So there was also rumors that they gave it to the kitchen at the military academy a couple times, like
no.
served canned meat. And there's a theory that they were trying to convert other people into cannibalism, because there's like a theory that if you once you taste human flesh, you get addicted to it.
Wow.
I
So
wonder if you know it's human flesh, you'll get addicted to it, or if you don't know, you'll just be like, "What was that? I would like some more of that."
Right?
yeah, all of a
But
sudden
you won't.
everyone
but
looks
then
like
you won't
hamburgers.
try to murder them. You know?
Right.
I thought there was something in our DNA where it like humans would taste disgusting, just like with mating with your own family members.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's an aversion to it because
Yeah.
it doesn't support evolution.
Right.
Well, it definitely like makes you sick. It could make you deranged.
Yeah, like mad
If you eat
cow
the wrong
disease.
parts.
Yeah.
The wrong parts, Gina.
Yes.
There's like-
Human?
Are there any parts that are the right
Of
parts?
human?
I think there's like part of like the brain or something. Like if you eat it, you will get very, very sick. But other parts, no.
Yeah, so maybe if you watch the cooking tutorial, you'll know like what parts.
She's like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
right.
Julia Child by this Russian
Tune into
cannibal.
next week's Big Mood episode. We're gonna have a cooking show.
yeah, it was
We're
a
gonna source
it
our
was-
own meat.
Apparently, it was about like how to get the right fats off of your victim and like what parts were the most edible.
Oh, it feels so crazy.
Like butt fat
I
looks
know. I
like
kind of feel like puking right now.
butt fat
Yeah,
looks
it's pretty
like
disturbing.
butt fat looks like piles of corn put together.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense because I've seen photos of when people like get their
Why do I
legs
wanna-
sliced open.
I kind of want to puke right now.
you need to go.
No, I'm gonna hold it. I'm trying to hold it together. But
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is really graphic.
Okay, we'll try to get away from the more graphic part of it. So
My
originally,
nosy ass wants to know, but my stomach can't take it.
they even found a picture. Wait, can I show you this picture?
I'm just gonna
Gina.
exempt myself from the photos.
Gina.
I'm too nosy to not look.
Wow.
Whoa.
That
why
looks
does it
like
look
it's still
like they're
alive. Yeah.
This is
The
a
blood flow
photo
is still-
of 2 decapitated feet on a platter.
Those are
They're like
fresh.
freshly decapitated. How come there's
Yeah.
not blood everywhere?
Well, you gotta eat it.
They are so white. There's not a single dash of seasoning in there. Look how white all the vegetables
That's
are.
true. It looks very bland.
Just
it looks like
Gina.
kidneys.
Oh, sorry.
It does look
I'm
like
sure
they
you
could
The
season well.
spice trade didn't make its way up into Russia, okay? And I think you need to be considerate.
Maybe they used a really good freezing system too.
I'm really
But I would think they would cook it
confused,
more.
'cause
That
Those
looks
do not look like
alive.
deceased legs
I know.
or feet. I mean,
Maybe that's
Maybe they
very
took the
fresh.
picture right away.
Yeah.
that's why they put vegetables all around.
Well, I would assume,
rice?
like when you're going to put it in an oven, like you put the vegetables in there, you put the seasoning, and then you put it in the oven. I don't know. I didn't watch the video on the cooking tutorial.
Right.
But yeah, they're 2 decapitated feet on a
I
platter.
saw it in my peripheral, and I'm
Okay.
They just look like regular feet on
Yeah.
a platter. Like literally nothing
They didn't
deceased about it.
change it at
No
all.
blood or anything.
Oh my god, I saw your knee and it freaked me out a little bit. Because everything else is black right here. And I was like, what's that skin?
Sorry. It's quarantine. That means you guys should work on your mental health because we got nothing else to do. And people need someone to talk to all the time. And that's why we have TalkSpace. TalkSpace is an app where you can talk to real licensed therapists via text messaging them or voice messaging them or even video. And then you can also have in video phone face-to-face talks also. You can communicate with them 24/7 and they will check their phones and message you back. Personally, I used this before because, I feel like it's better this way instead of just saving everything for one day a week. This way you can message them whenever you're going through.
they get to see the crazy in
Yeah.
real time.
4 in the morning.
to help you.
Yeah. Therapy can really help you shift your perspective and you can find the tools to cope in difficult times. And TalkSpace can be a guiding light. It's also very affordable. TalkSpace is a fraction of the cost of in-person therapy. Instead of waiting for an appointment, you can send unlimited messages 24/7 and they will engage with you 5 days a week. TalkSpace has thousands of licensed therapists with years of experience in over 40 specialties, including depression, anxiety, substance abuse, trauma, anger management, relationship issues, food and eating, and so much more. It's also very secure and private. And they use the latest end-to-end bank-grade encryption technology to store client information. The therapist that I use gave me practical guidance that really changed my life for the better. I'm so glad that I found TalkSpace, and I'm so glad that I have someone to listen or message or dump my brain out whenever I need to.
Instead of just us every single time.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are sick of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jess has gotten thousands of crying messages at 4 a.m. I ate another burrito. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 hairs off your first month with TalkSpace.
That's a huge discount.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of doll hairs. To match a licensed therapy today. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to TalkSpace.com and download the app. Make sure to use the code MOOD to get $100 hairs off your first month and show your support for the show. That's MOOD. That's code MOOD and TalkSpace.com. Fix your brain, sweetheart. Oh, bless your heart.
Fix it.
You know what I love, Jess?
What?
People with clean butts.
Do you like clean buttholes?
I love clean buttholes.
Well, I've got something for you.
Yeah? Let's clean all the buttholes in the world, Jess.
Our sponsor, Hello Tushy, would like to help you keep your butthole clean. Now, the brand new Hello Tushy 3.0 modern bidet attachment is here to level the playing field.
I love it because it doesn't have to be plugged into the outlet.
Yeah, I know if it's because I've seen some people that have bidets in their bathrooms that have a long cord that goes all the way to the
Hey,
wall.
stop subtweeting me.
And
At us next time.
I prefer to have a bidet attachment, that doesn't have to be plugged in. So that's
Yeah.
why Hello Tushy is great. It's stylish, eco-friendly, easy to install, and affordable. The Hello Tushy 3.0 doesn't just cleanse your butt with a precise stream of fresh water. It cleans itself, too. Did you know that? That's what I always had a question about. I was like, is the bidet itself clean?
I love a hygienic machine.
But it does. It cleans itself before and after it's used with the Smart Spray automatic self-cleaning nozzle.
It's like a cat.
It's like a vagina.
Self-cleaning,
Both
yes.
cats.
Yeah.
Every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12 12-month warranty.
Oh yeah.
You can't get a better warranty than that.
You can repaint your toilet. And
What?
it'll clean your butt up.
with your butt.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Go to hellotushy.com/bigmood to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer for our listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/bigmood for 10% off. hellotushy.com/bigmood. Clean your butthole.
So the police go back to them and they're like, yeah, so about you just like finding a random
So I
dead
went
body.
through your phone, and I just think it's funny how like you have all these pictures of other people.
Yeah,
I like
here's
not
what
believing
it's
your
about.
Right? Like, who is this?
So
Like the
Dimitri
Legally Blonde of detectives.
Dimitri confesses to everything right away, but Natalia's like, yo, like I'm kind of crazy. Like, she goes, yeah, if you look at my record, I checked myself into a psychiatric ward like 20 years ago. Nobody did anything about it. So I'm like, I can't remember. Like, I'm crazy. And she actually went through another psychiatric evaluation and they found her to be completely sane. And then when they looked through her records.
How do they find her to be completely
Yeah.
sane?
Exactly. So
That's
it's even
bullshit.
What are the
worse.
parameters here?
That's bullshit.
I don't know if if you're completely sane and you do this, then you're just evil, which means you are
True.
kind of more
Yeah.
I feel
deserving
like-
of the punishment.
I feel like
than,
Way
it
worse.
exempts you from at all being sane.
Yeah,
There is like
that
that's
too.
just they are mutually exclusive. That is not a sane thing to do.
I guess it's the
No,
difference
there is a
between
difference.
sadistic is what it
Yeah.
is. You can be sane and sadistic.
I don't think
Yeah.
that those are the same.
like she knows that it's wrong, but she's doing it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or really crazy
Insane
people,
people, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
They
they're
think it's normal.
innocently doing
Yeah.
the things they're doing because they don't realize that they're wrong.
I guess in my mind, if you're evil, you're not sane.
No,
It's if you know you're evil or not.
Exactly.
Like if you know what you're doing is
if you
malicious
find
and hurting
enjoyment
people,
off
yeah.
of torture or things that hurt other people, you are evil, but you can still be sane. Like you still carry on your day. Like you know where you are at all times. Like I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm married to this person. This is my address. Like you're sane. You're coherent. You just happen to enjoy. You derive pleasure from killing people.
It's like, I know this is wrong. I know this hurts people, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm more important. What I
Yeah.
want is more important. As opposed to, oh yeah, no, this is totally normal. Isn't it normal for you guys? No?
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. Insane is like when you are like my grandma had Alzheimer's, right? And she would eat cat poop off the floor and she didn't see anything weird about that. That's like
You lost your mind.
Yeah, you lost
Yeah.
your mind. Whereas like a serial killer or this type of person doesn't go eat cat poop off the floor unless they know exactly that they want to eat that feces and they derive pleasure from it.
That's just so weird to me.
Yeah, it's very weird. So it turns out like when she first went to a psychiatric ward, they declared her completely sane as well. And it was almost, there's like a theory that she kind of went there to just show that she had that on her
Yeah.
record so that maybe in the future she could plead insanity. But she didn't really like want to be there or think that she needed any sort of help or anything. She just kind of wanted to be like, yeah, look, I'm insane. I make sure this goes on my record.
Damn.
Yeah. So
So
they
she still got to be a nurse after all that. She's been practicing like as a nurse.
Well, I know she lost her job, remember?
Oh, I
So
forgot
then
that
she
part.
got so she was a nurse, had a normal life. Or we think she had a normal life. She was married to her husband.
Who was a
Then
doctor? They had a kid.
Oh, so then
and
when
then
he died,
when he died,
oh, I forgot that part.
she started drinking like crazy.
lost her
She
job.
just couldn't freaking cope. Maybe she thought there was nothing left to
I
live
wonder
for.
how these
I don't
people
know.
support themselves during all of this
Yeah.
drunken, cannibalistic.
Well,
They
she
might-
found Dimitri.
What if
pretty
they kill people and
quickly.
take wallets?
Oh,
That's true. So basically they were like, nah, you're sane. But weirdly, like the media calmed down. Like after all this evidence came out, the media went quiet. So that
Wonder
was
why.
really odd. After all of this came to light, there were interviews with like friends and neighbors and acquaintances, and they were like all creeped out and thinking back on some of their conversations with the couple. And neighbors say that the former nurse Natalia made and sold pies to boost her income. So she boasted to cafe owners that
So
she
that's
could
what she
supply
was
her own
doing.
meat and has worked as a chef even though they couldn't find any chef history.
Oh my god! Imagine being one of the people you ate her pies. What do you do with your
No,
life?
okay, well, maybe she sold them, but the local cafe owner that was talking about this said in 2010, she was very active, asked lots of questions, but mainly about where we buy our meat and fish and how fresh it is. She made it clear she could supply meat, and I said we only work with certified suppliers. And she said
So like she was trying to be a supplier for that deli.
Yes.
Not just to sell the pies, but she was like, hey, I've got
I want to
some
supply
cuts
you
of fucking beef over here for you.
Yes.
And he was like,
we're good.
no.
Yeah, and then the cafe owner also said for sure these cannibals were looking for places to sell their meat. It sounded to me like her main motive was that she was looking for a job. Natalia told me she had experience working as a chef, but the owner refused to work with her, saying she looked vulgar, quote unquote. She never came back, he said.
It's an interesting word to use.
Yeah. And then police are investigating how the couple were allowed to live for years in the grounds of a military academy run by the Russian Defense Ministry. Friends of the couple say Demetria was an even-minded person and that eating people just didn't sound like his style. But she could believe that he took a dead body home and took pictures with it because he had a weird sense of humor.
Wow.
Yeah, she was declared sane despite going to mental hospital, but she got sent to prison for 10 years, including going to a penal colony, which is like an island where they basically, like, you're doing slave labor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he got
Taking license plates.
he got 12 years in maximum security prison, and he got put with like psychiatric help.
12 years? What?
That's
Why
like
are these
so
so
little.
short
I know.
sentences?
And what's weird is like they redacted their confession. So at first they confessed to 30 murders, and then they redacted it later. Like they took it back and they said, oh, actually, we didn't kill as many people as we said we did. It was only that one that you found. And like we didn't eat them.
It's because of the military being involved.
That's the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, because they're trying to cover it up because they did all this on military grounds.
And the military didn't
So the
want to look
military's
bad.
like, oh, we didn't let this happen right underneath our nose. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
And then the murder that they did confess to, which was the recent victim, was this waitress that they had found on a dating site. And they said the reason it happened was because the waitress got way too flirty with Dimitri, and Natalia got super jealous about
That's
that.
legit.
She
Don't
thought
spoil
that
my man. That's
he
legit.
crossed the line, and so Natalia like yelled at Dimitri in a drunken rage to kill her, and he followed orders immediately because it's like his mama telling him to like kill. And then Dimitri said that after he started stabbing her, that's when Natalia joined in, and then they didn't know what to do with it, so they just dismembered it, the body. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, their
I mean,
first kill.
that doesn't explain the head on a
Yeah,
platter and the feet on a
Yeah,
platter.
yeah. So
photos.
to this day, that's still unexplained. And another theory is that they they didn't do all this on their own. That they're part of probably a greater group of cannibals, and they just kind of took
They're
one
in
for
the
the
military.
team. Maybe. It doesn't say, but like basically there's people were saying that there's no way that this one couple could have killed this many people.
Why?
And I don't know. They were just like it's and gotten away with it for so long. That there has to be a group that's helping them cover, that has a system involved, that like how did they get away with it for so long? Because they were doing it at the military base.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're like military,
What is this, Fort Hood? Jesus.
like enemies to the state or something. Because you know how like they poison people, like the Russian government's just fucking nuts. So I wonder if they're like, like the mob has like people to get rid of bodies to like sink them in the fucking New York
These
River and
weirdos
shit.
just like to eat them.
So they're like, oh, we can dispose of bodies, like state government.
But then why would she want to go out there and like be all ambitious with their fucking meat pie business and supplying
Maybe
meat?
she was trying to get rid of evidence.
she needs to figure out how to get rid of the meat,
or
maybe?
to
I don't know.
convert more people into cannibalism.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's a cannibal club in LA.
Is
What?
there?
Yeah.
Excuse you?
Yeah, there's one in
would
LA.
know
There's
this.
like a website where like it doesn't really give you information. It doesn't tell you where it is or whatever. It says it's one of those like application things. Apply for it.
I wonder how
and
many police apply to that shit on
Yeah.
a daily
Right?
basis.
Yeah.
Only,
And
it's
it also
only
says,
police
like,
applying.
It also says like please understand that we acquire our food ethically or something like that.
Yeah, from people that
Ethically
want to
sourced?
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of these. There's cannibal cafes, and there's a whole like debate about whether or not it's ethical because people will volunteer to sacrifice themselves and like donate their bodies to the
I'll
cafe.
give you like a leg or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
not gonna lie,
I'm pretty sure that's illegal though.
It is illegal.
So how
But
do they just have a website?
I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
I'm a little curious.
To eat or to donate?
Do you think like if you apply, part of their protocol is like you have to eat it in front of them or something?
I just
Dude,
want
I
to try a
couldn't-
small piece to see what it's like.
What?
Like I want to see. I want to just know like the texture
No.
and how it tastes.
I get
like.
that curiosity.
Take that back.
Yeah, no, I do not take it back. I stand by my word, lady.
What part? A finger? What do you want?
Like I take a piece of your thigh or something.
The
Just a small bite. Literally just a small bite. That's all.
Like maybe Jess's biopsy?
You know, like just a small little thing. I just want to see what
got a lot of,
I'm
like-
so curious.
I'm like that too, and
Yeah.
I've tried a lot of crazy different animal meats and all that stuff. And I know Nikki hates hearing this part, but sorry. But I
used
have
to do
tried like a lot of different weird things, and I couldn't get myself to try horse, and that is pretty
good.
common to
What about a
eat.
dog?
Or dog, yeah.
I haven't tried dog, but I
don't
saw it
think
on
you
the
would.
menu.
I don't
try
think
it.
you would eat.
I wouldn't. I don't think I could do dog. I couldn't do horse. I thought I could do horse, and I couldn't do horse.
Could you do a moose?
Probably.
Okay.
I could probably do
Horses
that.
are like too friendly, I think.
Yeah,
We're-
like
we're
I
too
tried
close to them.
whale. I tried puffin.
You tried whale?
Puffin. Yeah.
Disappointing.
I
whale in
tried
Japan.
kangaroo,
Those in Japan.
alligator, shark,
There are
fermented
certain,
shark.
Like there are certain ones that if they're too intelligent, I just feel like they should be off limits. Like
That's how I feel about
Pigs are
octopus.
so smart.
Oh, pigs.
Yeah, they can read. You could train them to read. They operate at the emotional intelligence of a 5-year-old.
Right.
Wow.
So they know when their mom's getting taken away.
Oh, that's so sad. Don't tell me no more. I don't want to hear no more.
They've committed suicide.
I hear that, but that doesn't.
Yeah, well,
that
I am
doesn't
telling
affect
you
me
more
for
because
some
stop
reason.
eating these smart creatures.
no,
They're
I
beautiful.
want to be ignorant.
You want to be pignorant?
Pignorant.
For some reason, you telling me that doesn't change my opinion on eating.
That's fine.
Pig,
but it might change some people's because it changed mine. Oh, well, I didn't like pig to begin with, but
Yeah, you don't even like the taste, so obviously it's easier to be like, oh, and they're kind of smart.
except for pulled pork, I used to like that. But
Like,
Fucking barbecue
Octopus
sauce.
is. They're so smart. They're so.
I
Yeah.
know I could never eat an
I
octopus.
kind of believe that they are the actual aliens that are on Earth.
right.
And I used to love eating octopus, but now I'm like, I kind of second.
They're so freaking smart.
It's so yummy.
I never
though.
really eat it.
Yeah.
I've had what are the squid's not octopus,
No.
right? It's different.
Mm-mm,
I've
no.
had some of that, but
Yeah, I've had
But, like,
live
you know-
live stuff too.
Oh, I could never eat something
Ooh, yeah.
alive.
I know. I had live
That's so
lobster
mean.
and
Live
live
lobster.
live squid.
Wait, you eat it
How?
while it's still alive?
Well, it's looking
Yeah.
at you, being like, "Stop eating
How do you eat a
me."
live
I like it when it
lobster?
looks me in the
thought they
eyes. I want to
cooked
see the
it.
lights go out.
No.
I'm kidding.
they just,
I'm
like,
kidding.
crack them?
I'm kidding, Nikki. I'm kidding, Nikki. I'm kidding.
You're
Would
not.
I am.
You're gonna make her cry.
I said you wanted to eat a people thigh.
Like he doesn't have to die for it. He just cuts a little square out.
little
That's all.
biopsy thing.
Like in
Yeah.
the platform.
Yeah. You know, just a little
spoiler alert.
I haven't seen
It's not a spoiler. It happens in like the first
I haven't
15
seen
minutes.
it. You're spoiling it.
It's the first 15
Oh no, you're fine.
minutes.
It's not gonna spoil. You're good.
It doesn't change the storyline. I
change
mean,
the
a lot of
storyline.
crazy shit happens.
Like you
Yeah.
find out right away
Aren't
that this
those
shit's
Russians
happening.
too? Isn't that a Russian?
Oh, yeah.
produced film.
No, I thought it was Spanish.
Oh, I think it is Spanish. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
they
when I
seem
saw the
Russian.
trailer, I was
But
like,
you're
cool, I
right.
don't have to read
You're
the
right. I think it's
subtitles.
Spanish. You're right.
I think it's
You know what it
crazy.
is? The dubs, like they did dubbed over it in English, and the guy's accent sounds Russian.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, that's
like
funny.
certainly. Yeah.
I think it's crazy when couples or two peoples or friends, whatever, find an equally crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But then you always speculate, like, was it one that was more crazy and kind
then-
of
yeah.
manipulated the
Coerce
other?
one.
Like, because I think, you know, she was so much older than him. He would do anything that she said.
yeah.
But he did have the more history of going in and out of prison. And so I don't know, like, would
Yeah.
if they hadn't met, would they
Yeah.
have done that?
Sometimes it's like it's a multiplier.
Yeah.
Like the crazy, because it's like it's also like people who are kind of crazy online, like when they find other crazies online and they start getting like
mob mentality.
super
Oh, yeah.
tinfoil hat because they feel like someone else is confirming,
Confirming, yeah.
confirming and validating. So it just
Confirmation bias.
It's exponential growth of crazy.
right.
Dude. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and it makes sense for you too because he was young, impressionable. He wanted to keep love makes you do crazy things. He wants to keep her so
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, they stayed together for a long, long time. And in fact, he got super depressed in jail, and he actually had a human rights activist trying to get the wife to be able to see him because it's cruel that he's so
Wow.
depressed. And yeah, he actually
Isn't that a part of your punishment though? Is
yeah.
isolation.
That's the
but
point.
he, like, you know, people need to feel love, I guess. I don't know. That's what the human rights activist was going for. But he actually passed away this February of last year.
What?
Yeah.
From
So you didn't
sadness?
have his Valentine's
From a
Day
broken
with her?
heart.
From a broken heart or a lack of human iron?
Or like, I think it's funny, or I think it's weird how it's like, what if it was two crazy people? How do you bring that up? Like, hey, have you ever?
Yeah, like
You know,
jokingly.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it was like they murdered someone and then they didn't know what to do with the body and they're like, have you ever been curious? Or
Right? Or like, how do you even get to the point of murder? Like, how do you talk about
yeah.
that? Or it's like, hey, have you ever wanted to murder someone? No? Okay, just kidding.
Yeah, they tried to ask them questions
know?
and they
Yeah.
wouldn't really give up much information as to why. That's why they speculate that maybe they're covering for a larger group.
True.
All right. Let's actually establish some healthy habits here in 2021 as well. The app Noom is for healthy habit weight loss, but also just like in general, setting good habits because it really gets to the psychology of why you form good and bad habits. So Noom doesn't give you rules, but instead teaches you how to think so you can accomplish your personal health goals, stick with them long term, and get healthy for good. Personally, I've used Noom because I tend to grab snacks and eat when I feel stressed or anxious, and I didn't know that. I just thought I'm a snacker, but I'm not really a snacker. It's just realizing that it's connected to anxiety and stress rather than just a random thing that happens really helped me stop doing that. Now I only eat when I'm hungry. Other examples are like eating better to feel better. You can get an improved sense of self-worth, more confident in a crowd. Sometimes I would do that when at events, I would go straight to the snack table because I just couldn't handle talking to people. And it's good to know that so you can fix it. It's based in psychology. Noom teaches you why you make the choices you do and gives you tools to replace your habits with healthier ones. Noom's cognitive behavioral approach means you're not just improving your health, you're gaining the knowledge and habits you need to stay healthy. And everyone's busy. That's why Noom doesn't demand much of your time. They only ask for 10 minutes a day. That's like
Doable.
nothing.
Yeah, I tried to like go through the app longer than 10 minutes and it was like, hey, take a break.
It's like,
okay.
listen, we're low maintenance here.
Yeah.
There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/bigmood. Learn how to get healthy with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/bigmood. Ready to live healthier? Sign up for Noom today at Noom.com/bigmood.
Big mood.
And speaking of your body, it's also quite important to know where you stand with your fertility, because traditionally the guidance with fertility has been just wait and see, but now we have tools to help us plan for and track almost everything in our lives. So just waiting and seeing about fertility just isn't good enough. That's where modern fertility, home fertility testing comes in. It's the easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. Traditional testing with your doctor can cost over $1,000, but modern fertility only costs $159 to get the same information. Also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can use those dollars on modern fertility. You'll get insight into how many eggs you have, hormone levels, and other important fertility factors. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you also can talk one-on-one with a fertility nurse to review your results and options for next steps. I recently got my results back.
What did it say?
I was actually quite nervous.
I sent mine in, but I haven't gotten my
How
results
come I
back.
didn't get
Yeah.
one?
You
Gina,
keep
you
forgetting
never-
to
you
check
never
the messages.
Oh.
You never check your email. That's why.
I imagine Tiff's results came back like, bitch, you're Mexican.
Yeah,
Why are you
right?
taking this?
We're wasting our time.
I know,
I'm
right?
expecting mine to come back and say I've got 2 eggs left, so you're out of luck, bitch.
They
Yeah,
email
so-
you back. They're like, I'm surprised that finger prick didn't get you pregnant.
Yeah, so I actually have my results right here. And so it says it tested my TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone, and it gives me the results. So it says like I have a 1.35. Apparently the flag is normal, and it ends up giving you like a reference range and all this other information. So all these different hormones, and thankfully I'm normal
All
across
normal.
the board. Normal for my age. They're very specific to
okay.
say that, like, because I'm 31 now, and so yeah, they do say like normal for my age, which is okay. Like I'm good with that.
Wow.
Like I'm
Okay.
good with that.
Does that
I
mean
mean, you
fertile for
can't-
your age?
right?
For my age, it means
Okay.
I'm average. Like
Okay.
I'm at where most women at my age are at.
Wow.
But yeah, getting these fertility results has really eased my mind. So I'm really glad that Modern Fertility sent me one. Thank you so much. So if you guys want to get your own, right now Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/mood. That means your test will cost $139 instead of the hundreds or thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/mood. modernfertility.com/mood.
But yeah, it's weird the timing too, because like you guys hear about Army Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
why
know,
as
that's
soon as you
fine.
brought up like lovers and cannibals, you know the actor?
Yeah, the
Army
guy,
Hammer
like, Call Me by
in
Your
Social
Name.
Network.
Social Network too.
I was thinking Arm & Hammer, the brand.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone does,
No,
yeah.
No.
it's not the baking soda.
I think
There's someone named
that's-
Arm & Hammer?
Army.
Oh,
Army
what's
Hammer.
his
named
name?
after
He has
that?
a stupid fucking name.
Fucking loser.
It's some rich white guy.
No.
He's the son of a
Look.
oil tycoon or
Yeah.
some sort of tycoon.
Grand-
He's
Oh
like
my gosh.
trying to be an
Granddad or
actor.
something.
God damn, he's
been
gonna
in-
see this
he's been
episode
in
and
a
gonna
few
kill me.
movies.
No,
Oh.
he's in. I don't
He's
think
very
working.
attractive.
He's
Yeah,
very
he is.
handsome, yeah.
Army Hammer, this dude.
I know Armin van Buren. I'm a
Wait,
raver.
But he
Yeah.
started making
Armin Van-
started making really weird comments.
Handsome. Okay.
Yeah.
And it bleeds into this theory that the elites of the world, like the people that have so much money and so much power, that they have an underground society of
They can
cannibals.
only get their kicks off
Makes
of-
sense. Pedophilia and cannibalism.
Dang.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like, what do you do when you have it all?
Yeah.
You start to like
Well,
look for
I just
power in
think
other
that
ways, I guess.
I
Bestiality.
personally don't feel like all of the elites are some sort of weird, crazy, disgusting. I just feel like there's a percentage of the population that has mental illness, and that's going to be dispersed throughout rich and poor.
Yeah, money brings out whatever you naturally are.
Without money, because these poor ass motherfuckers were killing up and serving up heads on a platter. So I don't think the money has anything to do with it. I think there's just
Yeah.
a percentage of people who are fucking nuts.
And when you have money, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Well, the like Army Hammer, right? Like, so he could talk to these models and stuff and like say crazier and crazier shit. And it's almost like, well, I don't want to get into a thing. Like he's a
Right.
rich guy actor. Like I'm not gonna make
Question
a
it.
deal out of it. I'll just move on. But so I guess you could probably get away with like more weird shit maybe
Yeah.
for a little
I mean,
while. But someone's gonna blow the whistle like that girl did.
Epstein, had a whole island, and all these. If you watch that documentary, the victims were like, "Yeah, we said shit, but everybody was too scared to touch it because
Yeah.
like he owns everything."
Yeah.
So
I mean, imagine in third world countries where you can just pay off anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that does happen. There's
Yeah.
there's a huge sex trafficking ring, mostly with minors. It's really sad.
That's the one thing about like getting old that I'm happy about. Like when I'm
Like,
old and
you don't
wrinkly,
want
nobody
to
wants to traffic me. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're already past
My
our
parts
prime.
are like, you don't want it.
Yeah, so that's a good part of getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the good part.
We're out of the rape zone.
Probably not.
Tiff's like, no, not
Probably
really.
not.
I mean, personally,
We're
I
on
would
the
traffic
line.
us.
We're on
'cause
the line.
cute.
Yeah, in fact,
You know?
their latest victim, she was a 35-year-old waitress, so we're not quite out of the line of cannibalism.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure not to go on any dates with any couples.
I mean,
well,
a single dude could
Jeffrey
be
Dahmer he was gay, but he still
Man, that would
was
get me because
single.
I'd be like, oh, you're gay? Cool.
Right?
Yeah,
I can
I
have
would be
my
so-
two-guy threesome.
That's true.
they're like, yeah, you're the dessert.
Yeah.
Shit.
So she's still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. She's
Is she
still
in a
serving
mental-
a sentence.
Oh, yeah.
No,
did she
she's not
get-
in a mental
she's just in
anything. She's
prison.
in prison. Yeah, she's in the penal colony. Maybe still. I don't know if she.
Fucking pumping out license plates.
I wonder. I wonder if she ever craves it. Like, man, I can go for a good thigh right now.
I wonder if she
Yeah.
sucks
Cankle.
on her own like blood, because that's the only way you could. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Or
get the
maybe she
craving
like
out.
cuts other people. Like she
Oh,
starts
yeah.
fights or some shit.
She complained about getting bullied in prison because like her cellmates were like, "Do you miss the taste of people?"
Yeah,
Weird
they're-
thing to like, ooh, look at the people eater. Yeah.
The Russian people eater.
Imagine I was like, oh, I wish you wish you can do this, huh? You want to eat me?
so good.
I'm so good. Like, drizzle ketchup on myself. What a weird thing. That just goes to show you can bully people for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
she
they're
was like
off
sad
limits.
about it. She's like, "Stop calling me a people eater."
Russians are so hardcore that they're not even afraid of the cannibal. They're like, oh, this fucking stupid ass cannibal bitch. All the other women in the prison are like, oh, these stupid fucking cunt.
Right?
You don't scare me.
She's like the normal one.
Yeah.
They're the psychopaths, and it's
Oh,
just
shit.
okay. It's like, oh, you just cannibal. Wait, I'm not Filipino. I'm sorry. You're just a cannibal comrade, you know?
Comrade.
Pathetic.
I'm Russian and
still
Filipino.
Fuck.
There you go. You can do both.
Yeah, maybe they're like, you ate them?
Right.
Oh, we have actual food. Okay,
Yeah,
like, we just
exactly.
murder.
Yeah, right? I just kill them and
dirty.
throw them
Yeah.
away.
It's gross. Disgusting.
How funny is that the Russian standards are so crazy that cannibals are like,
She still gets
bitch,
bullied.
right? She still gets
Little
bullied,
bitch.
right? Like, I fucked Putin. What did you do?
Yeah.
You eat
Jeez.
cannibal or you eat people? I eat Putin's asshole.
I can't stop thinking about the people who might have eaten her food though. They're like,
I
holy
know.
fuck,
Yeah.
no wonder I've been craving that shit ever since she got.
I'd be pissed.
I wonder if that's true though. Like, where did that come from? That like, if you eat human, you're going to be addicted to it and you're going to crave. Like, I wonder if that's like. I mean, the only evidence we have of that is anecdotes from cannibals. So like, they're just crazy.
Like I was a normal person and I ate normal food. And I was tricked, you see? I thought it was beans.
I recently
Or maybe that's why they didn't. Maybe
was
that's
it?
why they didn't.
Ground human meat.
Oh
Oh,
God.
jeez, and you thought it was beans? No, maybe that's why they didn't get her as a supplier because they're like, your pot pies are trash.
They tried it and they were like, this is fucking
Awful.
briny and it's
Yeah.
gamey.
Briny.
and gross. So salty.
I just finished watching Hannibal. Have you
Yeah.
seen that show with Mads Mikkelsen?
Oh, the show? No,
I haven't seen the
movie.
show.
Yeah, the show's actually really good.
Where's it? Is it streaming?
Better like Netflix. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Why are you so many cultures?
I have no idea. I have no identity of my own apparently.
Yeah.
But Mads Mikkelsen plays Hannibal, and he's like this very extremely cultured, intelligent man, and he cooks the human parts like so beautifully in different dishes. It's actually really cool.
Is that why you're on this human meat kick right now? Where
See-
you're like, I try it.
Now, if I was a tinfoil hat person, I'd be like, they're trying to brainwash the public. They're trying to normalize this. They're trying to get people interested, invested, curious, and look, it's working.
The media
No,
is
she just
brainwashing
already
us.
has an affinity for weird shit.
That's
You
true.
can't brainwash people who aren't
That's
like
true.
willing to be brainwashed.
But that's how it
But
starts.
she's got an open mind, an open channel.
I just want to
The elites are getting to you.
the what?
The elites.
The elite. Yeah. Hey, hit me
The
up.
cannibal elites.
Like one small bite. That's all. You know.
Small bite.
Only because I am just driven by curiosity, and I have been my whole entire
What if
life.
you
Would you eat
addicted.
it? Would you eat your own body?
Yes. Like if there's a way for me to like kind of
Just take a
remove
little chunk out.
Without
Maybe
it
when they do
hurting?
your boobs,
yeah.
like they
Without
go
it
into your
hurting.
nipple, you
yeah.
just ask them to just take a tip of the nip.
Yeah.
Or
I would
should
try
you
it.
on the
No,
inside?
She won't have a nipple left.
The inside of the nip.
It's got to be
Inside,
something.
like under my arm here or something. Like I just want to try
Maybe
a
all
little
fatty.
bit.
No,
You know?
Maybe like, oh yeah, take your arm fat. You'd be like, I don't
You get
want
a
that
lipo?
anyway.
But then
that's just fat.
That's just
Like pork
fat.
belly.
I want like meat.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, you
eat
want
the-
muscle?
Yeah, I want
Well,
like
that's
mus-
what.
I
That's
want
the
meat.
meat that we eat, right?
Yeah.
I don't eat it.
No, I mean
That's
like
true.
like regular.
Humans
you
don't.
they
We
like-
don't eat animal, just fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you like cook
Lard.
it down. You cook it down. You cook your shit in it.
You cook with lard.
And I
a
would
lot.
want it in like the most like true form, like no, like maybe a little bit of salt and pepper, but no like sauces or anything. I just because I'm
Do
so
you want to taste the actual flavor of it?
exactly. I want to taste the actual flavor,
I
and
don't even
I
eat
want to.
regular meat without things on it.
Yeah,
Salt
but
and
this
pepper is all you really
I need
need.
it at its purest,
For beef.
and I want to know the texture.
When you go to the bodies exhibit in Vegas, are you
Ugh.
Did
like,
you get hungry?
I really, I've never been, but
Ugh.
I want
I
to
didn't
go.
like it.
'Cause
I
looks
hated
cool.
it
pretty
so much.
It's
So
pretty
bad.
gruesome.
I
Yeah,
hated
cool.
it so
makes
much.
me go no.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they're allowed to
to
have
go.
that exhibit. It's just
That's very
creepy.
controversial.
They
It's very
volunteered.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're dead bodies that are
and
just
they say
sliced
that
up.
it might have been from Chinese dissidents.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
'cause
They
they're
all
all
look
Asian.
Asian.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all Asian
It
bodies.
seems like questionable why they're allowed to have these exhibits of all these Asian people chopped up.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I,
don't
felt
see it
so wrong.
Like that we
after.
paid for that and then walked through it and I was like, this, man, I regretted that.
Yeah,
I
my
felt like
only
I
solace is
admitted
I
a
didn't
sin
pay.
or something.
I don't see
Well,
it as.
Yeah, we didn't actually
I was
pay
like,
for it,
well,
but the company
I'm
paid
I'm gonna
for it.
waste this.
I
Yeah.
missed out on the day. I don't remember.
My
why, but-
curiosity was
Dude, I felt so
Filled and disgusted.
so wrong. I
Oh,
felt
it
like I
would've-
needed a shower.
It would have been like Disneyland for me, but because like I don't see it as like a like a creepy thing. I see it as extremely
Science?
educational.
Dude, that's how I usually see it too. Like surgery videos and stuff. Like I like witnessing a surgery in front of my eyeballs. Like I'm like, whoa, cool, scientific hats on. Like what is this ligament here or whatever? But seeing that exhibit, I was trying to put my science hat on and I just felt like wrong.
Yeah, they
It
looked
felt wrong.
malnourished. They looked like they didn't volunteer for this.
Weird. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It was
Yeah,
wrong.
it was interesting.
But there's probably like a lot of science
Behind why they look the way they look.
Well, I mean, just like we've gotten a lot of scientific discovery and medical advancements and stuff from people having to do autopsies and all kinds of other things with dead bodies, right? So, I mean, I'm not against it, I guess, but it's weird that it's on display.
When I was in the brief time that I was in college for the semester I was in college, I was in biomed, and we actually looked at a live cadaver. Like they sliced it open, like all kinds of stuff. Like it was, and I was able to separate it then. Like it just didn't, it felt like not a real person. It was like, because it's so lifeless.
You can tell that there's no soul inside of the body.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I noticed that when I did see the body of my mom, I was like, my mom's not even in there anymore.
Oh,
Like it's not, she's not there anymore. You can tell.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put her body on display. You know, like it's kind of weird.
Exactly.
I would, because I would put myself on
You just
display
stuff
because
her?
I'm
Stuff
a
yourself?
big attention whore.
Gina's like, can you taxidermy
Make sure I'm
my
topless
body?
though, okay?
Yeah, make sure my tits are great.
Yeah.
And put eyelashes on me.
Yeah.
Like that'd be great.
That was
So
there were eyelashes on the bodies
Yeah.
in the Vegas.
Like,
Yeah,
I
well,
want
they
the
had, like,
fattest lashes.
fetuses and all
Yeah,
that. It
pubic
was
hair.
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, pubes.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about it. It was gross.
Yeah, it was a lot different than looking at that cadaver. It just felt off. It didn't feel sciencey. It felt like
I think it's because it was
Off.
on display and you had to pay to go look. Like it was almost like a attraction, which it shouldn't be when you're
It's
a human
weird that
body.
they're making money off
and
of
they
it.
cut it in weird ways.
Yeah.
Like they would cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like even like straight
They
down
shaved
this
it,
way.
yeah.
Like shaved it. Like there's one display where like a
Yeah,
human
almost like
body's,
they made
I
it
wanna see that one.
artistic.
Yeah.
Like they made it artistic, and I'm like,
It
it's
is.
a human body. It's not science anymore.
Yeah.
It just feels wrong.
I think it's a beautiful
I don't know.
art.
But
Yeah.
up for debate, controversial.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's my love story for
Oh.
Valentine's Day. Yes.
And how it smells when you cook it.
Oh, you want to know how it smells? I know because I've only smelled formaldehyde when I looked at a
Funny
body.
story. When I dissected a pig's fetus when I was in high school, that formaldehyde smell kind of ruined pork for me for the longest time because I swore that whenever I ate ham or something, I smelled that smell
Good.
and I couldn't do it for a
Good.
while.
Keep
I
smelling that smell.
I never did the dissecting a pig fetus thing. We got a frog.
Yeah,
That
we got
was
a
it.
frog too.
I got frog, cow's eyeball, and pig fetus.
All we got was a frog. Maybe our skull was just broke.
We got a frog, but I'm pretty sure I was one of those kids that was like, I think this is wrong. I'm not doing it.
I don't remember
Although-
doing it. I just
I
remember.
don't remember either. I don't remember
being
what
around
animal I
it.
did.
I don't remember.
It wasn't
doing
live though. They brought him
No.
in already dead.
Yes.
Like in ET when they're live.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fucked
like,
up.
Oh.
they made
I
them
can't
Is
dead.
that for a
that.
movie?
Hopefully.
Movie magic?
Yeah, hopefully.
I can't do live.
Elliot
That would
let
hurt
his
me.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather if they were dead already because I can't. I
Yeah,
can't do
it was
that.
pretty
Even
sad.
even when I had my snake, I didn't like feeding him
That
live.
was the worst part about having her.
Well, you're not supposed to feed him live.
No, just feeding. So going to the pet shop, picking out a rat, getting
Killing
the
the
rat
rat.
in the brown bag, and then because the pet shop owner won't do it, then you have to get the fucking rat
Nope.
bag and
Nope.
smack it on the floor
Nope.
until it dies. It's all twitching, and then we have to feed
No.
Pixel, and I'm like,
Why
this is
did you
killing
do
my
it?
soul.
I could never do
I
that.
couldn't.
It's natural.
Never do that.
miss her.
No, it's not natural for a human to kill the prey and then give it to the snake. That is not natural.
But
just
it's natural
healthy.
for them to eat it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
die.
natural for them not to be a pet.
Would you rather the snake eat the mouse alive,
Yeah.
where the mouse is like slowly dying,
Screaming?
or
No,
or
I
we
wouldn't have
to...
it. I wouldn't deal with
No,
that.
no. I'm just saying, like in nature, it's gonna happen either way.
You know what? I have a cat, and in nature, it eats it alive. But in real life, I give it a can of cat food. So,
Yeah.
Well, snakes don't have that.
I'm never gonna kill a mouse for my cat.
Because I'm very like, one animal doesn't deserve to live more just because he's fluffier and cuter.
For sure, but it can live in the wild. Why did they make it a domestic pet? Because people like you wanna, be
Sweet
snake
baby.
people, be weird snake
I
people.
mean,
We are
let's be honest.
snake
Snake
people.
people are weird.
We are.
yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I think I'm a
It's
little
true.
weird. That's true.
You're both year of the snake.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
year of the tiger, so that's why I have so many cats. See,
No, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
little
Yeah.
baby predators.
I didn't have to kill the mouse or the rat. I just picked it out and then they went to the back and slammed it.
They didn't do that for us, Gina.
Oh,
You went to the wrong pet store.
You didn't tell me.
Should have told you where to go.
You weren't a very good mom.
See, I had
You
pet-
had us have Pixel for like 2 years. You never visited her. You didn't tell us where to get the rats.
I do miss
You never
her.
did shit.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So on that note, we're gonna go. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Murder Mystery Mood.
I'm looking up these photos after.
I feel so
You go
gross.
nuts.
Yeah, I feel
My
really
stomach
disgusting
hurts.
right now.
That's a natural reaction.
I feel.
This is a sane reaction.
I feel weak.
Yes.
Like my body's
Yes.
weak.
Yes. I know.
Maybe
I'm
we could pick a
sorry.
less gruesome one next time.
I just wanted you to have a romantic. Murder
I don't
mystery
feel
mood
romantic. I don't feel
episode.
sexy.
Okay. Next time I'll pick a stalker or something.
Yes, give us like a You type of, you know that show on Netflix?
No,
Okay,
I mean
you
I totally
vibes.
saw the
You
romantic
vibes.
element where like in prison he was
He was
trying to
missing
get-
her.
Yeah, he was missing her.
Even had a human rights activist like, this
Yeah,
is
that's
wrong.
kinda
He loves his wife
romantic
so much.
only speaking. That's kind of sweet.
They said they had a really deep connection that they
Oh,
would
sure.
never be with anyone else.
Deep in someone else's guts and lungs.
Ew.
They say
Right?
it unites people to
I think
eat
it's
people.
It's funny. Like, who the fuck is this human rights activist? And are you sure you're doing your job right?
Right. Like, why aren't you sticking up for the people they ate?
Yeah. You know? Like, yeah, they got murdered and eaten, but this guy's depressed.
It's like PETA, where like they'll stick up for animals, but they'll also kill animals because they're like, well, we'd
Yeah.
rather have animals dead than suffering.
Exactly.
That's what they do.
Oh, look at-
I
PETA
do
kills
like
a
what you
legal.
said though. Like, find someone who matches your weird. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
yeah.
That is cute.
I do not recommend eating people.
That
So,
too. Yeah.
No, don't
I
do
recommend
that.
that. If that's your weird, check yourself in.
We are yucking that yum.
We are gonna yuck that yum hard, big time.
Big hard.
time.
If anyone is out
yuck.
there that's willing to let me try a piece of your thigh, hit me
Gina,
up.
no, this is not an
Hey,
advertising.
I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.